I'm happy to welcome to our next installment of Exclusive Insights a friend of mine, Paul Niland. And right now he's heading a very important organization called Lifeline Ukraine. May I just ask you, before we get into the details of what you actually do, are you suggesting that there was a gap before then, that the war had been going on, for 5 years already or so, and that this was a neglected area?
There most certainly was a gap, not only with regard to the specifics of the question, that with the war ongoing for 5 years, the gap in actual fact is that Ukraine never had a suicide prevention hotline until now. And Lifeline Ukraine has evolved. We're not there specifically for the veteran community anymore, although that's who we're best prepared to serve. But Lifeline Ukraine is available for anybody experiencing tough emotional times, regardless of their background. We get calls from younger people, for example, maybe having stress from studies or from their love life. We get calls from older people who are maybe lonely. So Lifeline Ukraine is there for absolutely anybody.
Paul, key messages. What would you like to convey to our audience as they think about this very worthy work that you're doing?
Key message number one is we save lives. Not every call that we take, in line with similar operations in other countries, not every call that we take is a crisis call where suicide potentially is imminent. But every single call that we take is somebody having the worst day of their life and not knowing where to turn to. So we save lives, but every single instance of support is vitally important to that person right now. That's number one. Number two, another conversation with a good friend of mine. When we won our second grant from the State Department, he's a Ukrainian businessman, he looked at me and he said, brilliant that the international community supports this, but we should do this. The community of businesses here in Ukraine is what should fund Lifeline Ukraine. And so that's precisely what I'm doing. And so the third key message would have to be, if your business has space in your corporate social responsibility budget, as the Kyiv Post has found, please support Lifeline Ukraine.
Paul, thank you very much for this very inspiring and informative presentation. And we wish you luck and hope to be able to support you in our own way.
Thank you, Bohdan.